Welcome to Ephemeral Music Comprehension, the final project for data visualization by Advay Gupta, Alex Surtel, and Vansh Motwani. Our project aims to capture the variation in music across the years, across the month, and across the weeks. We aim to visualize these changes through multiple graphs that will be shown later. We'll start with our visualizations first.
So the first one of our visualizations is this one, a scatter plot with each country is represented by its flag.
So in this we can select the year as well as the continent we want to display the data for. In this graph, we can clearly see there's an upward trend that the countries follow. That a higher score usually implies a higher the total as well, which is on the y-axis, and average score is on the x-axis. Any country that's not following this trend has a certain outliers. For example, in this case, we can see Malta, which has a very high average score and low total score. In this case, there was a few particular artists who had a very high score, but due to the few number of artists in such a small country, their total score was low. And as you can see, we can toggle between these dates. And any country with a very high total score and a very low average score implies that there were many artists, but however none of them could capture top slots in any charts, or like be it weekly or yearly. Now moving on.
Now we have a choropleth here whose values indicate what percentage of the top songs were explicit in a certain country. We can hover on any country, see its name and what percentage of explicit songs were in that country. And we can also, on hovering, see a tooltip showing a heat map, which basically shows us in a sorted order which were the most popular genres of that country. So we can draw a correlation between the most popular genres and what percentage of explicit songs were in that country. Because as you can see in USA, the most popular genre is hip hop, and hip hop tends to have explicit lyrics. So we can see that USA has a very high explicit percentage. We can also switch between the months and the years here, and we can see the changing trends in explicit percentage and see that USA has more and more explicit songs as the years go by. Then next we have a cluster heat map in which we are basically showing the data of the most popular genres of different countries. So at a glance we can see what the most popular genres in Argentina are, such as in Argentina Latin genre has 42.86% dominance over the others, and through clustering we can easily identify what are the groups of these different genres, so we can find out correlations between them to find out why these genres are so popular. Also, we can combine this with the previous graph, so we can see which genres are the more popular ones and whether they have explicit undertones, which leads to the country having more explicit percentage of songs. We can also switch between different periods in this graph. And see how the clusters change over the years. The next song is a bubble plot, which basically shows us how through different time periods what some of the most popular songs were and what were the genres of those songs. Until now we have just looked at the genres in particular, but we haven't seen which songs spearheaded those genres rise to popularity. So in this we can easily see and identify which songs were the most popular, and we can also see what genre those songs were. So we can combine the insights from the previous graphs where we saw which genres were the most popular in some country, and then we can combine insights from this graph where we can see like the song The Box of, let's say, the melodic rap genre was very popular during this period, and if melodic rap was also popular during this period, then we can say that this song was the one that spearheaded that revolution for melodic rap. And we can at a glance see how it changes across different time periods.
Now for a bit slightly different visualization, we have two pie charts. In this, in the first pie chart visualizes the total share a genre had of the total streams of that year. Ra- uh, for example, pop had 15.8% market share for streams. However, it occupied 18.9% positions of the weekly charts. This shows that even though it has slightly fewer streams, it had much more popularity in the weekly chart, which is actually visible in the next visualization as well. In this graph, we can see data for 2020 and 2021, as you can see here. This helps us show how certain genres dominate the music industry. In this case, pop and rap control nearly 25% of the music industry. This is good for music labels to visualize what sort of music they want to publish in order to gain more control of the market.
Now, until now, we have seen what genres are popular and maybe what songs spearheaded those genres to become popular, but we still don't know exactly what makes those songs popular. So, through this scatter plot matrix, we have tried to see some correlation between different characteristics songs have, such as how much energy that song has, how much danceability that song has, how much acousticness that song has, and we tried to see whether these have a positive correlation or a negative correlation with the popularity of the song, as well as whether they have a correlation between themselves. Such as we can see a somewhat positive correlation between energy and danceability, which can be expected as songs which have a lot of energy tend to be good to dance to. And we can also see the tre- different trends across time periods by switching between trends.
Now for visualization that is tied to the previous bubble chart. Here we can see the top 10 genres and how over 52 weeks, that is 1 year in 2021, where exactly their songs were present in the weekly charts. For example, Pop was more popular towards the end of the year due to a few certain popular artists releasing their albums in that time. As compared to the bubble chart seen here, this gives us a more monthly and weekly view of the genre popularity instead of a quarterly view, allowing us for this in combination with the bubble chart gives us a very detailed view of genre popularity. This is mainly important for artists to decide when to publish their music. It gives us a time where music is popular, for example, in the peaks here. However, it also has a secondary effect of knowing when major artists are releasing their music, and and releasing music in combination with them usually results in the upcoming artist getting overshadowed. Hence, the best time for an artist to release their music would be at the downward slope after the peak, and hence our visualizations are helping new artists and in increasing their growth and popularity. Now, just for our homepage, you can see about us. You can see our video for this video. Our report for the phase 3 submission is present here as well as our presentation. Thank you.